Hello cozy gamers and welcome to my channel. My name is ETNB and my pronouns go by whatever you feel like. I enjoy many types of interactive entertainment such as, for example, Sonic, as well as violence, as well as disturbing stuff. I even somehow enjoyed the marvelous and beautiful Redneck Simulator. What the fuck? For some reason, redneck simulators in gaming existed since Bubba and Stick on the Sega Genesis, then Redneck Rampage on PC, among other stuff, poking fun at the stereotype in various ways. I don't know how to feel about them honestly, but the genre sort of ended in the 2000s, then came back one last time with Redneck Bluegrass Duck Dynasty, my favorite Dynasty Warrior spin-offs. I don't watch reality TV, I just watch cartoon. Sometimes. The thing that made me buy the game though was the price, $10, and the art style. I enjoy this very cubicle style, although it clearly was heavily inspired by Animal Crossing. The game itself aims to recreate the same kind of atmosphere as Animal Crossing, but for the boys! Animal Crossing was often apparently aimed at girls, so might as well aim for the boys! Either way, you can only be a guy called the new guy as yourself insert OC, fishes, hunts, and does fetch quests for the duck family in an open world style. Since you don't get penalized when you don't play for one day, it makes the game feel a bit less annoying than Animal Crossing itself, in my opinion. I'm already busy enough in real life, let me take my time, please. However, the old villager mechanic gets removed to make ways for mostly tutorial NPCs, as well as talking to the duck family, which has plenty of things to say. One criticism that kinda confuses me about Animal Crossing is that the villagers aren't mean enough. Is that another currenting bad situation like other Nintendo games, or just the characters lacking personality? Don't answer me actually, I don't care about that. What I can say about this game is that the family gets plenty of personality, using very Earthbound or Love-de-Lic like humor. It's not the best writing ever, but it charmed me enough for what it was. Again, this is a $10 game. I did not expect anything, but then again I bought Ratatouille for $1, so whoops. As your Duck Dynasty OC, you get to play quite a few minigames. Fishing impressed me far more than Animal Crossing ever did. While I got stuck shooting ducks for 30 minutes as I went back and forth between the ammo store and the shooting stand, only to discover that you need to aim at ducks from far away in the most pixel perfect accuracy way possible, as far as they can, to get enough points to progress to the next part of the game. This part was a nightmare due to the very finicky hitboxes. Even with the 3D effect turned on, I hate it. Aside from that, the game mostly consists of fetch quests. Go here, buy this, etc. I'd say play this one in your spare time more than anything else. Duck Dynasty for 3DS is an enjoyable, cozy experience so far. If there's any mean jokes about gays, I'll note it right there. Another 3DS game using the Love-de-Lic vibe, this time because it's developed by Skip, who is part of the Love-de-Lic chart, I'll just put it there, is Freaky Forms, a 3DS eShop title that got deleted just to be replaced by a $20 version of the same game, with bare-bones RPG dungeon mechanics. Yeah, this clearly feels like a scam, unless you count that the 3DS eShop got shut down, making any exclusive unavailable forever legally. So I guess you can play it legally at least. Yay! Take that, Dylan sequels and Pushmo and also Box Boy. Anyway, like Spore or other games where you create atrocities, you just create a formie and walk and roll around casually while accomplishing quests for other formies you create. Controlling your formie sure can feel like Sonic Heroes, but in a more too awkward 2D state. If you create a creature, well, it's what you get. 5 minutes to explore a part of the planet, clearing random quests for its residents. Most of them basically being comprised of all your other formies. Maybe it's better to scan their QR codes online if you're lazy like me. What I'm not lazy about is the less cozy part of the game, clearing dungeons. You don't have any type of time limit. I know it has auto battles, though it relies on luck and RNG, but it still rewards exploration very well, all that leads to a less stressful RPG experience I'm willing to call cozy. It just takes more time than 5 minutes, unfortunately, but it's fine, I can find some time to play it someday. Again, an interesting thing is that this is one of Skip's first 2D games, which I find interesting, as this may have led to Chibi-Robo Ziplash, a game that most people hate, I love. My biggest problem is that it could have been such a nice cozy 2D version of Chibi-Robo, but instead it's just a 2.5D platformer. I love it, but it could have been so much better. Wasted potential, I guess. Oftentimes, in game showcases, you'll probably see a shop management sim or two. Tamagotchi had quite a few,
as well as party games.
Quite a few Imagine titles are secretly weeb games, as well as Nintendo, who made a barbershop game. A bonsai barbershop. Why does it exist? It's because of WiiWare. Did you know that the first online first-person shooter on the Wii was developed by Hudson Soft and was for WiiWare? Yes, seriously, Onslaught, I kinda like it a lot. The WiiWare also had a 40 megabyte limit, so fitting an entire online multiplayer mode in a 40 megabyte game is quite impressive. I'm not quite surprised, since Hudson Soft first tried the online modes with Bomberman and later reused the engine of the Onslaught game and the Water Warfare game. Yes, Water Warfare. That one game that's basically a first-person shooter, but with water. I don't think Bonsai Barber has that much depth, but right now I can't really play it. It just looks like a modern indie game, which is kind of impressive. It also got some particularly good review scores too. Maybe it's because of the very cozy 2D art, as well as the very simple premise, that I think that it could be re-released today using the Nintendo Switch mouse. It's just too bad that you can't play games like this legally, nor can you play My Aquarium. Now! Oh, no, we are not diving into this rabbit hole right now. Made again by Hudson Soft, this is an aquarium simulator that existed. The fact that there's a sequel and that Konami tried their own spin at it by creating Sandy Beach is quite impressive and shows how the market was at the time. Still, there's a cozy game I kind of want to talk about because I think it fits the video, but if you haven't seen my autistic video games video, well, maybe you'll hear about this game for the first time here. Snowpack Park is a game about a park thingy that suddenly lost its 100 penguins due to a storm.
And you gotta help us!
If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book.
If you're used to the slower pace of chibi-robo, you'll probably enjoy this a lot. Going through stages, taking care of your penguinichinos all the time, etc. Or you can use a statue to gather them all and respond to them all. The thing is that from time to time they'll scream. It's the best impression I got, don't ask me. Petting them and also feeding them fish also works very well. Fishes are the game's currency after all. If you don't keep them happy, they'll leave. So you have to spend fishes to catch them over again. Yes, you need to farm fishes by playing with the penguins, or dealing with a few mini-games, or just finding the fishes in the wild. I think it gets tedious, dragging the game's pacing to an halt, but I still enjoy it a lot. I came here to take care of the pimbinos, and that's what I'm gonna do. Plus, a charming bowling pin mascot helps you by letting you gamble your life savings. Plenty of environmental puzzles exist, and wow, they are very satisfying to solve. If you've enjoyed them in Chibi-Robo, you'll love them in this game. While catching all of the pinball tables can be quite of a pain, I still enjoyed this slower pace of the game. If you have patience, you'll love Snowpack Park. I myself love this entire atmosphere. It very much warms my heart while creating a feeling of solitude, even more since you can't directly control your penguins. So if they feel left out, too bad, bye bye. It might make you lose progress, but at least it makes more sense than in Chibi-Robo Park Patrol, which is a much longer game, which can be a pain to grind. Some games can feel cozy if you're patient enough, hence why I get why people don't like the Floygen brothers, especially if when you're streaming with 3,000 people watching, all wanting to consume content as much as possible, while the streamer needs to finish a game as fast as possible to move on to something else. So every cryptic puzzle and unskippable cutscene needs hitting harder and harder, but you have to consume as fast as possible for money and viewer retention. You don't want to work again at an ATM, do you? I like playing video games for myself so that I can take my time to enjoy it. Even in my streams, I took my time to marvel at the environments and just look at everything. It's just that I didn't have a chat all the time, hence why the tedious aspects and unskippable cutscenes did not bother me at all. Look at these gorgeous graphics and animations. It reminds me of Ed, Edd and Eddy as well as other 90s cartoons, but in 3D. I love it. The setup of the stupid brother and smart one makes for an entertaining type of comedy. I thought it was charming, cozy even, since you can't die. You can take your time to experiment with the controls, environments, etc. Playing the game so casually might mean you can't finish my JRPGs, but at least I'm playing a game that feels like a playable cartoon. I think it's not a game for everyone, but damn, it tickles my autism, even though I don't know if I can finish it by myself, but at least it's not made by Ubisoft. Yes, those stinky models with very okay voice acting got built by Ubisoft.
Open your inventory by pressing the inventory button.
Based on a bunch of books I never read, you'd think it's a big adventures with fights. It's too bad the battle mechanics go beyond the usual Dreamcast jankiness. I'm sure the games knew that, since the entire game consists of fetch quests. Do this, do that, talk to X person, use X to complete a puzzle, etc. The dialogue is unskippable, slow, the graphics stink, even when compared to Shenmue. If you don't like the writing, you're out of luck. Fortunately, I enjoyed the writing a lot. After the very big introduction cutscene, I found so many flawed characters who feel so unlikable, yet it paints an interesting society that, while not perfect at all, is interesting to discover very slowly in this world through neat dialogue. If you enjoy just vibing through a world, I think you might enjoy this one. I certainly did, even with the dreadful loading times. Like, you might as well play something else while it's loading, even compared to Fortnite or Fall Guys. Oh my god! It feels even more like a waste of time than Sonic 06 or even Sonic Shuffle. That's why I got my DS, sorry PSP, but I think your loading times also kinda stink. From time to time. Speaking of loading times, the PS1 also had those, but the Nintendo 64 didn't. Hence why it's weird that Tigger's Only Hunt got released on these consoles. Out of every 2.5D platformers I could have chosen, while this one cozy. Simple, low stakes, simple platforming, not too many enemies. You're just Tigger vibing on the coziest kind of levels and landscapes, hopping on trees in the most feel-good way possible. The way the story is written also helps establish such a nice atmosphere. I love it. I'm sure Disney watched over the writers with a notorious grace. But I can appreciate the results. As for the graphics, let's just say they remind me of Kirby 64's second level, and I am here for it. The simple gameplay did not impress me like Kirby 64, but the overall atmosphere gets to me much more than so many other titles from the era. That said, I only replayed it a bit, so I don't know if the later levels change the pace. Gosh darn, these levels are so good and warm and cozy. That's why the other Winnie the Pooh games consist of Party and Silent Hill for kids, because Tigger's Only Hunt is so good that it did not need a sequel nor a remake. Either way, the Nintendo DS also had PS1 vibes. It can just be slightly stinkier. Even hidden object games were published by Nintendo. So what could be better than a cursed cozy game? Mystery Kit American. It's a DS game set during the Great Depression about a kid trying to solve low-stakes mysteries. Great! It's just that the way the controls work feels Nintendo DS as hell, as the control did not shy away from unusual control schemes. So let's just say that using the bottom screen to walk and investigate is such an odd decision. Fortunately, you can use the L button to go to the first person view. As expected, you look for clues and talk to people. The framing of this taking place during summer vacation gives the game a cozy, homemade vibe, yet you can see how everyone around you is overworked or searching for a job, or worried as hell. It's kind of like Pokemon or the Rugrats. You can't relate to the adults as a kid, but as an adult, yeah, pain. Hey kid, we're dealing with adult responsibilities, so if you want to deal with this garbage, please do so. Nothing but a slice of life adventure for kids who will probably get lost and frustrated by this kind of game. I played Quest 64 so many times as a child, I'm surprised at the amount of patience I had. I think this game is cozy enough to play on a summer vacation. Of course, no cozy games list from hell would be complete without Goichi Suda's Flower, Sun and Rain, a title taking place during a vacation. Unfortunately, this is the final of a trilogy of visual novels. You can play it without playing the other games, but the ending will feel confusing to everyone, me included. I like running around the hotel, talking to guests, solving puzzles. Unfortunately, most of them consisting of math. I'm so glad someone made an entire guide to explain math. Fortunately, I can ignore quite a few of my problems with the games due to the atmosphere, writing, and overall creativity. Things just happen. It's a vacation, plus everyday resets because of an airplane crash, so whatever. While not having the highest stakes, you're just in for a ride. It gets really insane. However, be warned, if you don't like day one, you won't enjoy the rest of the game. And if you don't like the game, Christina will come to your house and eat you. God, is this game stylish, even if following the story can be downright insane. Just play this one from time to time. In hell! Either way, these are cozy games from hell. I haven't played Lego Friends, nor the Pocahontas game, which looks really cozy and friendly. So, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and boo!